Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania introduces one of the wackiest comic book characters into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the addition of MODOK, the mental organism designed only for killing. However, instead of sticking to the character's comic book origins, Marvel Studios has completely rewritten MODOK's story so that the villain would be intimately connected to Scott's, Paul Rudd, and Cassie's, Catherine Newton, superhero journey. That's because in the MCU, MODOK is the new moniker of Darren Cross, Corey Stoll, the main villain of the first Ant-Man movie. While it's fitting that Darren would come back as a more deadly villain, his transformation into MODOK raises a few questions. After all, why does MODOK looks like he does, as a giant floating head with tiny limbs hanging from his sides? In Ant-Man, Darren Cross is Hank Pym's, Michael Douglas, former protege, who takes over Pym Industries to try to recreate the Pym particles. Darren eventually succeeds and manages to build a suit that can shrink down its wearer. However, he intends to turn the armor into a weapon to be sold to the highest bidder, which could have catastrophic consequences. To make matters even worse, Darren doesn't take the necessary precautions when developing the suit, making the shrinking process alter the wearer's brain chemistry. Therefore, Darren becomes a homicidal maniac once he wears the yellow jacket suit himself, breaking into Cassie's bedroom and threatening her life just to get back at Scott. To stop Darren and save his daughter's life, Scott shrinks to subatomic levels, sliding through the molecules of Darren's suit and destroying it from the inside. As a result, the yellow jacket suit twists Darren's body, shrinking it forever until he ends up in the quantum realm. We all imagined Darren had died in the process, but Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania reveals he met an even worse fate. The Pym particles randomly enlarged and shrunk down parts of Darren's body once the yellow jacket suit was damaged, turning him into a giant head with tiny limbs. This would be tragic if his new looks weren't so funny. Every time MODOK shows up on the silver screen, the whole theater bursts into laughter. So, it's good news that Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania does its best to embrace the comic side of Darren's new persona. After ending up in the quantum realm, Darren is found by Kong the Conqueror, Jonathan Majors. Kong saves Darren's life by plugging him into machines that help him stay alive, despite the deformed shape of his new anatomy. Kong also installs several weapons on Darren's exoskeleton, activated by the villain's thoughts, officially transforming Darren into the mental organism designed only for killing. In the quantum realm, MODOK is Kang's most efficient hunter, who's sent off to kill the most elusive prey. That's why he's tasked with finding Scott and Cassie, an encounter that gives Darren a chance for a rematch. And due to his new looks, MODOK is a surprising sight even to Ant-Man, who is now used to seeing strange things as an Avenger.